Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about exploring the records with an Akashic Guardian. And so for the past few years I've been doing spiral Akashic viewing and Akashic Records sessions as well too. And the process I've done to go into the records has mainly been connecting to the collective consciousness of the Akashic Records and being able to retrieve a lot of information through the records based upon the intentions of the person or persons that I'm working with. But what I've discovered recently, just being able to do a lot of work with Adronis and Seth, is again holding this very strong clairaudient connection, which is actually subtle but strong at the same time. And when I've been doing my Akashic Records sessions and spiral Akashic viewings, I've been able to connect with what's known as an Akashic Guardian. Now, this Akashic Guardian doesn't have any particular name. I just refer to him as the Guardian, or I refer to him as the Akash. But basically, you could see him as kind of like an illuminated being with many different forms of colors kind of flowing in and around him in that way. And he's also what could be known as a shapeshifter also. And he has this kind of like really strong, powerful energy, but loving at the same time. And what I've noticed when I've been doing my Akashic Record sessions in the past is that I would be like going into a library myself, but it's kind of like I had to direct myself. I'm seeing all these shelves of books, and I'm basically having to go out and collect some of these books and say, okay, well, this information would be good for them, this information would be good for this person, etc. But being able to have an actual Akashic Guardian is actually much more deeper because it actually offers a lot more information. It's kind of like going into a library and that you have a librarian that's walking together with you and saying, okay, well, you're looking for information here for Joe. Well, let's try this book, and then there's this book, and then there's this book, and then there's that book. And so there's so much more deeper information that comes together through looking into one's own Akashic Records. So this is also for people who are just starting to study the Akashic Records as well. If you're doing some self-connected Akashic Records study, what I'd really recommend is that you have a guide, a healer, a representative, some particular type of custodian, you could say, that's helping you to discover everything that you feel you need to discover, whether it's looking into your own lifetimes or looking into others with their permissions, and whatever it may be, doing healing through the records, etc. And I've noticed that as I'm doing this new style of Akashic Records sessions and spiral Akashic viewings, that I had one person who I just did a session with recently who was just literally blown away by the amount of detail and the amount of information and the amount of accuracy that was coming through the Akashic Guardian, again, clairaudiently. So this has been really, really powerful. I'm just noticing some really great depth and an amazing discovery of looking at other people's lifetimes and seeing again how they may also correlate together with my own. And it's really been amazing. And I'm looking to do a lot more personal study with the Akashic Guardian as well too, looking into my own Akasha. But this is just a reminder for everybody that, again, if you're studying, if you're looking into the records as well too, definitely look into having a representative, a guide, a guardian that's working together with you. Now with me, I just felt that the appropriate term to work with this particular guide would be an Akashic Guardian. It's kind of like the one that's standing over your records, right? It's kind of like they have this big sphere, and the sphere contains pretty much all of the knowledge of your soul. And so you're working with that guardian to go inside that sphere and look at the intricacies of energy, and it's all just compiling itself into information that can be relayed, translated through, again, somewhat of a trance state in that way, which I go into. I go into the theta state, of course. And of course, when I get permission from others, then their Akashic Guardian kind of works together with my own, and it's like we share the spheres. And so there, again, are intricacies of compiling information that come into the session. So this has been really powerful, like I said, through spiral Akashic viewing. It's looking into one's own soul archive. It's looking into one's own soul themes, soul expressions, and soul types. Then we look into the energy body, intuitive healing insight, scanning the body. Then, of course, we connect to the higher self to get a message. So this again has all been stepped up. It's been really much more advanced by bringing an Akashic Guardian into it. And I noticed that there's a lot less rambling that I'm doing when I'm actually bringing in the Akashic Guardian. There's a lot more straight to the point information. I consider myself kind of a straight to the point guy, but I've noticed during some sessions that I kind of ramble on by going more into the story of an Akashic reading, when it's not always about the story, it's about the idea of the lessons. And that's again what the Akashic Guardian goes more into with, I guess you say, at a really good pace, so there's not a lot of rambling going on. So if you guys want to experience this new advanced aspect of the Akashic Records sessions and the Spiral Akashic viewings, well, feel free to go to newearthteachings.com, as they are available. And I'm always excited to do these readings, and I'd be happy to explore that with you guys as well too through the Akashic Guardian. And if you guys again are just doing self-study for the Akashic Records, get a representative, right? Get a librarian that goes into the records with you and shares all this great amount of detail with you, because it's beautiful. They show you a lot more than being able to go solo in the library and trying to figure things out for yourself. So getting a representative, always a good idea. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will speak to you guys again in the next one. Take care, namaste, and may it be well with you all. Take care.